Thank you, Steve. I'm pleased to be here with you today in my new role, an exciting role with UCAIR. I would like to echo Steve's sentiments and personally thank again Ted and Gwen. Gwen did an amazing job of keeping UCAIR running smoothly in the absence of a dedicated executive director. And while I certainly can't match the Ted Wilson persona, what I am going to try and do is at least keep up with the pace he set. I would also like to thank our presenting sponsor, Merit Medical, the Summit Committee, and the Board of Directors. While Steve thanks some of our sponsors, I would like to also thank this amazing group of organizations that have come together tonight to support UCAIR in our mission. I'm going to read these. Chevron, Dominion Energy, Rio Tinto Kennecott, Endeavor, Eccles Foundation, Gardner Companies, Silver Eagle Refining, University of Utah Hospitals and Clinics, Mark Miller Toyota, doTERRA, Intermountain Healthcare, Penna Powers, Holland and Hart, Geneva Rock, Rocky Mountain Power, Miller Family Foundation, Big West Oil, Maverick, Pack Size, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Foundation, Fidelity Investments, and of course our many table sponsors. For a full list, please look at the program, and please join me in giving all these organizations a big round of applause. Additionally, I have a message from Bill Walton for everyone here. He told us early on that he would be the last one here, willing to sign autographs and pose for pictures. So enjoy the evening and figure out how you're going to take a selfie with a guy that's 6'11". Utah is fortunate to have its top leaders working to clear our air. UCAIR is an organization initiated by the governor himself. We are lucky enough to have him here with us this evening. When Governor Herbert saw that there was a real need, he knew the best way to solve this problem was with Utah Solutions, a true public-private partnership which gave birth to UCAIR. It was due to his vision that we are here tonight. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage a man who needs no introduction, the 17th governor of the great state of Utah, Gary Herbert.
Continue to eat. We can multitask here in Utah, so you can eat while I talk. I don't want to slow you down. We appreciate you taking your time to be here this evening. Thank you so very much. It's wonderful. I don't know where Bill Walton's at, but isn't it great to have Bill Walton, one of the greatest collegiate players of all time, one of the greatest NBA players of all time, and we're honored to have Bill here with us tonight. So welcome, Bill. I want to recognize somewhere here in the front row, right here, this guy right there. He's the Lieutenant Governor, Spencer Cox. Man of many talents. I hope you all paid attention that for 2 to 3 hours here a couple of weeks ago, he was, in fact, the governor. As you know, I was under the anesthetic and I had surgery going on, so I had to turn over the rights of governorship to the lieutenant governor. That's part of the protocol and the process we have here. And I thought he did an admirably good job, by the way, for those 2 hours that he was the acting governor. I did think while I'm there fighting for my life in surgery, he declares Abby Cox Day, for his wife trying to get some favors. It happened to be her birthday, which was probably appropriate. I was a little concerned, though, when I heard he was trying to move this capital city from Salt Lake City to Fairview in Sanpete County. But I did like the fact he's trying to get Wyoming to give us back that part that they stole. You know, up that little corner there where we could square up the state of Utah. But I was a little concerned when I heard he's trying to find a way to finance, you know, a cure for baldness out of our state budget. But again, great innovative ideas and doing some good things out there. So I appreciate the Lieutenant Governor doing some great things. Let me just mention a couple of things very briefly. One, as you all know with the new numbers that have come out, if you've heard about the surplus monies that we had announced today with the legislature, our economy is doing very well. Our state is doing very well in so many different ways. If we're not at the top of the list, we're in the top 2 or 3 in about every measurable way. And our economy for the year 2015 and the end of 2016 is the most diverse, healthy economy in America. According to Department of Labor statistics, we've created more private sector jobs per capita than any state in America today. Now, that's the good news. Our economy is cooking. We don't have the numbers yet for 2017, but I'm here to predict that we're going to be right there at the top again. And that really is the goose laying the golden eggs. The expanding, growing economy provides us with great economy, job opportunities, and really is the foundation for a good quality of life, not only for us, but for our children and our grandchildren as we look into the future. Now, as we talk about the future, though, here are two things we've got to concentrate on. One is education. We've got to put more money into education and more resources because we cannot continue to have long-term sustained economic growth if we don't have the labor force that has skills that line up with the demands of the marketplace in today's world global economy. We're doing that, and I think we're going to see the legislature do some really good things before the end of this session. But the second thing, which is what we're here about, is we also need to make sure we take care of the environment, particularly air quality, water quality, all those things that go to having a good home that we should be good stewards of. And I appreciate the work of so many of you here. Again, I appreciate that we're making progress. I hope we appreciate and at least know that we've made progress in the right direction. For example, there's no question that we, in fact, have better air today than we've ever had since we've ever measured our air quality. And so the trend is good. Where's Patrice Arendt? We have a number of legislators here, but Patrice, who's helped lead the charge here, she calls it the bipartisan, Environmental Quality Caucus. And again, she's helping bring Republicans, Democrats together and helping us to do some things. Industry stepped up, spending hundreds of millions on best available technology, saying, yes, it's going to be a challenge for us, but we need to do it as part of our being responsible corporate citizens. And so we appreciate, many of you here represent companies who are stepping up and spending a lot of your money reinvesting into new technologies to help us, in fact, pollute less. Our refineries are stepping up. We're working with them to bring in Tier 3 fuels early. And if we get Tier 3 fuels, absolutely, that's the next best hurdle. Tier 3 fuels coupled with Tier 3 automobiles will be like taking 4 out of every 5 cars off the road. And right now, 50% of the gunk we see on gunky days comes from tailpipes. So a major opportunity for us to step forward and help clean up the environment here along the Wasatch Front. So again, a lot of good things happening. We appreciate the legislature coming together, private sector partnerships, and the results are that we, in fact, have reduced our pollution along the Wasatch Front over the last 10 years by 25%. That's in the face of 350,000 more people now living on the Wasatch Front. So I like what we've done. I like the effort. By the way, let me just mention one thing. I get a little bit frustrated. We have people say on our gunky days that we're as bad as LA. And probably the spikes on some of those spike days are as bad as LA. We love LA. We all go to California. We visit Disneyland. We visit the beach. But they have 102 bad gunky days. We've had this past inversion season, which starts at the first part of December, goes to the middle of February. We've had a total of 6 days in that inversion season. We had an average of 18 when we started UCAIR. We're down now to averaging about 10. We've had 6 this year. It looks like with the weather forecast, that's probably what we'll have this year. So I like the trend. We ought to appreciate the good work of so many, but still, we have a long ways to go to get to where we want to be. Even one gunky day is one day too much. So again, I appreciate and applaud the efforts of so many with our Clean Air Partnership, our UCAIR program. Unprecedented partnerships giving us unlimited possibilities of what we can accomplish as we work together. That's kind of the Utah way. I also want to share this, that again, it's been good leadership. Where's Ted Wilson? Ted, again, my good buddy Ted Wilson here, who's done so much for the environment, one of the great stewards, one of the great environmentalists, common sense approach, bring people together. Stand up, Ted. Let us recognize you. We appreciate the good work of Ted, and Tom's picking up the baton right where Ted left off. Members of the UCAIR board, which have been introduced, again, all working together in concert to say, what can we do collaboratively to improve the environmental issues here in Utah, particularly air quality. I appreciate the fact that the legislature has passed more bills. Again, thanks to Patrice and others that are here, we've passed more bills revolving around air quality in the last 5 years than we've done in the history of the state of Utah. So that's a trend that is good. We need to continue that on. We're doing some great things. It's a priority for our budget, and we'll continue to be a priority. Our budget, we've put more money in. Again, Alan Matheson, where's Alan? Alan running our department right over here. Stand up, Alan. Here's the man who really you need to get to know. Again, part of our UCAIR program is allowing people to come in. If you've got ideas, let's vet them. Some of the ideas are good. Some of the ideas maybe are a little squirrely, but an opportunity for anybody who has an idea to come and say, what about doing this? Have it vetted and see if we can't get Alan to implement the program. So we can, again, work together to clean up the air. And again, I appreciate the fact that we've given more money and more research so we get good data, good science, which will help us develop good policy. So with that, let me just conclude by saying thanks to everybody. Again, there's a lot of thanks to go around for everybody in this room. We are doing good things. We have a lot more yet to do. But again, I like the fact we're on the right road, going in the right direction. I like the trend. Let's pull it together. Let's cross over the finish line and have 0 gunky days in Utah. Thank you very much.